My goodness gracious, great balls of fire. What is happening here today for Bitcoin? Let's get a super boost going here and blast it on up. Watch. Ooh, no. Oh, yeah. Don't do this at home. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get that music back up and running. I called a nice little scalp this morning, popped nicely. But now we're getting a little bit of pullback. I got stopped at a break even instead of taking like $150. It's okay. I'm actually pretty happy with it. So we'll see what happens. The market, a little sketchy today on a Tuesday. After mass liquidations, the week can be a little iffy. This is just a shot of turmeric. Nothing too crazy. Turmeric can get rid of parasites. Parasites are the leading cause of a lot of things, even though they don't tell you. Anyway, moving forward. Shout out to everybody here, and let's put that lemon into the water. Let's decalcify that pineal. Did you work out today? I did. I was sweating all over the floor. Had to take a shower. It was almost a little slippery there in the shower there. Almost slipped in the shower. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to, what is it? What is it in the comments? What is this? What is this? I want to see it in the comments. Welcome to the what? What? What is this? What the heck is this? Anybody? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Is anybody out there? What is this? Welcome to the what? The what? The what? The Crypto Livers Show, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Master Friend. The price report. You're funny, man. All right. These critical times for Bitcoin. Let's break down what's happening to BTC. You can see we have a big glob of shorts that just opened up with a massive stop loss there at 102,000. We got some longs too, but the shorts are bigger and redder. And if we're going to go anywhere, it looks like we would take out Big Red. Wherever Big Red is, we usually go. There's Big Red up at 102,000 for BTC. Looks like we may crush Big Red, but you never know. You never know. All right. Can he go for 3? I was just thinking about this the other day. You know, when I started, it was 1 shot. Then it was 2 shots. Now there's so many people on the live just to keep up. I got to take 3 shots. What am I taking? I'm just taking these little positivity shots by Salty. Anyway, and I don't, I'm not sponsored or anything. What is this, the Money Channel? Come on, Sam, give us the good stuff. We're going to break it down. Let's take a look at BTC and see what's happening. Funny, Hood on Soul, Robinhood, isn't a little flag. Looks like it may continue. I don't know, though. You tell me, but if anything could pump, there's some narrative here. Anyway. And this coin Alpha, you guys gave it to me yesterday on the live stream around here. And it went up a beautiful, like 70%, 83%. On a wick, it was up 99%. Still holding gains of 80%. I did look at this. They're giving like an airdrop away. So it might basically, incentivize people to get in. Of course, with the Bitcoin dump, you see everything falls. It's so crazy. Bitcoin starts to fall. Everything starts to fall. Let's break down BTC like we do. So this was the trade earlier today. Let me show you how it all started. Kind of watching this idea here. See this shoulder, head, right shoulder. All right. And then if we watch how the 15-minute eventually made, you know, a tiny little flag here, went up and down. I mean, that's insane, right? Now I got in on this right shoulder. I'll show you what I did. See on this, and when it made this right shoulder, I got in here. Then it started going down. I tripled down. When it ripped, I was up in the money. Then it looked a little sketchy. And so I raised my stop loss to break even right as I had to go get dressed for the show. Because I always have this 10 minutes or 5 minutes where I can't see my trade right before the show. And I could come back in massive dump or I could have some massive gains. When it didn't look good, I said, man, I'll put the trade to break even. And now we're dumping right now. So let's take a look at what's happening to Bitcoin. So little scalp did play out, though. I did call this right shoulder before it happened. We did get the pump. You'd have to be very good at execution, know exactly what you're doing, and be very, very ready to raise the stop loss to break even. Today's a sketchy day to trade, technically. After massive liquidations, it's almost better to kind of observe the market for a little while. We took our big gains on that big pump, but it doesn't mean it's just ready to go all the way. Let's kind of slow down here for BTC. First thing we're going to look at, remove the moving averages, and we're going to just look at the weekly all by its little old self, the weekly. And here we are on a Tuesday, so we have some time, right? We have 5 days and 9 hours to the weekly candle closes. We gapped through this gap. We've been playing games here on the high volume node, just like we did last time, though. We gapped up, we played here. We didn't leave it. And right now on the weekly, we do have this line and this line. Now, if the weekly candle decides to drop below, let's say, let's look at our weekly levels that matter. The main level you're going to hear me discuss, which I've discussed probably till I was blue in the face for months now. You guys can say it without me saying it. 97,200. I probably said the 97. That might be the most I've ever said a specific number for Bitcoin in the history of the channel. You know, 97,200. But if the weekly candle closes below that, no go. No go. And look at Bitcoin taking a massive dump right now, all the way to 98,500 for Bitcoin. This is crazy. So what I don't want to see is the weekly close, I was just about to say, below 98.5. So once we close below 98,005, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Then it's 97.2. Then there's talks after 97.2. You got to start looking here, and you got to start thinking of that monthly support at 93.8. So you really want to bounce here. You want this weekly candle to close above this trend line. Very important. This weekly candle closes above this trend line. This weekly candle closes in this area, anywhere in here. That's no good. You do not want a weekly candle to close in this box. If a weekly candle closes inside of this box, it lets the bears decide. It gives the bears and the bots the confidence to rip us apart. All right? And I stand by that. I can't believe we dumped so fast that way the second I decided to do my long-term analysis, but I am happy that I covered my trade. So here's the deal. Let's go back down to the 3-day chart. Could have taken 150, though. I was up, but what are you going to do? You can't win them all. At least I didn't lose. That's the key. I love trades that I, could have taken a small amount, but just didn't lose because I'm like, I didn't risk a lot. So the 3-day chart, same idea here. You do not want to close in here. You close in here, you defy this, you confirm a bit of an M pattern, and then you have to suggest that we are going, there's still a good chance, everybody, that we do dump here, and we revisit somewhere $78,000, maybe even $76,000. There's still a chance. I mean, that's a double top. I'm not, you can't lie to yourself. Until you get a candle above that double top, it's a double top. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to X the double top out to believe it's not going to hurt you. You have to be able to push forward. So, simple fact that we aren't getting above that key level is a pretty good indication to me to be careful. All right? Now, I'm open-minded. We close like this, I'll be bullish. It's one step at a time for sure. But one step at a time. For sure. Like, say that 2 different times. So, we could still have ourselves an M that drops to the downside. This is not off the table yet. We must be open-minded. This is playing chess, my friends. You don't know what the person on the other side of the table is going to do when you're playing chess. What you can do is, project a few different moves that make sense. You can look at their skill level and be like, well, he might actually know how to do that. He might move his rook. You can look at a lower person and be like, yeah, they're probably going to move a pawn or a bishop here. I'm just saying, you make your assumptions, So you're looking for the 3-day candle to stay above this trend line and continue up. Right now, we're just ranging. Not even a big deal. I wouldn't get too stressed about price action. Unless the daily, so right now, we're good. The daily candle made a pretty good support. So the daily has to close below 97,200. You can see right there, 1, 2. If this daily candle today closes below 97.2, then we are in for probably some dippage. So this is kind of where we stand today. We desperately need to take out these shorts at 102,000. And that will be kind of, you know what I mean? So today, really, like Tuesday, here, this is insane, but today tells you what's going to happen for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Today. And you'd be like, no. I'll be like, yeah. Because if this candle comes down and you close down here now after all this dumpage, talks about the wick getting taken out, and people are going to start getting bearish again, and then 76,000's on the table, and that just starts becoming, a self-fulfilled prophecy. You pump up here and close the candle green or even just red with a wick, and you head back to the top, but look, you make this shoulder, head, right shoulder, you get tight. Now, we still don't know what's going to happen. We're going to get tight in here, but it starts telling you that there's a story we could break out. And once we break out, we're gone. So like today, if today closes a candle in here, that could spell disaster or even just a dip that takes longer. But if today breaks a candle inside this area, so honestly, like today may be a good day to not trade not one bit. Yeah, you may miss the pump to 102,000 today from 98. So be it. What I want to let everybody know is has anyone here ever, watch this, this is going to be cool. Has anyone ever here traded, then decided, I don't know, you weren't sure about the trade that day, then you saw a pump and you missed it, and you were pissed for the rest of the day. You were like, I missed the trade. Anyone ever here feel really pissed that you missed a trade? Put a 333 in the comment if you've missed a trade or you've beaten yourself up about missing a trade. I want to see how many people have felt that way before in the past. All right. So check this out, right? Okay. So you felt bad for missing a trade. Look, almost everybody here can conglomerately say, the entire chat almost, right, can feel this way, right? Check this out. You're a human being, right? How many people are human beings? Put a 444 in the comment if you're a human being. I'm just going to try this. Watch this experiment here. Put a 444 if you're a human being. All right. All right. We think most of you are. Maybe there's a few, So we know most of you have felt horrible about missing a trade day, and most of you are human beings. Here's the deal. Look at me. I trade every single day. I'm here every day, right? I'm here every single day. How fair would it be for me to beat myself up when I miss a trade or a trading day? Say I have a friend that out of nowhere is like, hey man, I'm coming to see my family. I'll be in town out of nowhere. We had this trip to Sarasota. I'd love to see you. I haven't seen you in 5 years. And I'm about to, get in on the 1 minute, and I really have to hone in. And I walk away, and I go see that person, and the trade pumps hard. My whole point is, what I want to say is, even me, man, you're all human. There's no way you're going to hit every single trading day. Today, we might pump to 102,000. You might miss it. So what? You're the opportunity, not the trade. And say that to yourself over and over again. Never beat yourself up again. We should never, whenever I ask that question again, we should never write 333 ever again for the rest of our lives. Because you never missed anything. Because you were the opportunity all along. Understand? 100%. 100%. And we have a super chat coming in here from the Crypto Factor. Hey man, interviewed Colin again officially, and out of many crypto YouTubers, I asked her about, and she said you were the real deal. Interview will come out soon. We'll send it to you. I agree with her. Dude, the AIs know me. Even AI knows that I'm the deal. Me and Colin go back, man. Or we should say Colin, right? Me and Colin. Shout out to the Crypto Factor, man. One of the funniest guys, and he has the hottest girls. I don't know how he does it, but man, the ladies love him, man. Shout out to the Crypto Factor in the house. with the $20 super chat. Pimping ain't easy, but someone's got to do it. Shout out to my man. God bless everybody out here on the live. And, yeah. But thank you. Yeah, Colin. I like to call her Colin, but Colin and me got a thing going. You know what I mean? We got something going on. You know? I can't wait to see that clip, man. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've been trying to interview Colin for a while. We haven't tried, you know, for some reason. I guess we're both too busy. We're both bots, too busy botting, you know. But thank you. I'll clip that out, man. That was insightful. Step finance is trending. What's your take? And God bless Crypto Factor, man. You're the man, dude. Good dude in the space. I like that, man. Good man. Okay, so we go back to, we've been on shows, hung out together, shared screen time. So we do not want to see the daily close below inside this green box. I'm going to just put a box in here. I'd like to make it red. But we don't want to see the daily close inside this box. You don't. If that happens today, no go. Not a good thing. All right. So that's kind of where I stand right now. 22 look interesting. And this is where I usually bring the moving averages, start to take a look at what's happening. You know, see how tight these moving averages are getting on the 22-hour time frame with a low, a high, and a slight higher low? That's bullish to me. That's bullish. So either they're faking me out with a higher low, and that could be true. But look, there's a shoulder, a head, and a possible right shoulder there creeping in the background. See the 8-hour there. But I looked at that last night on the 4, and I actually opened up a short on that because it looked like the 4 could have devastated us last night. And I said, if the 4 devastates us, so what I did is I opened up a head short. I woke up this morning down $50. We basically didn't go anywhere, so I didn't lose much, and I just cut it off. And it just covered me, so when I went to bed, if we took a net, because look, shoulder, head, right shoulder, you'll see it more pronounced on the 4-hour time frame. Looked to me like we could have gotten a nasty dump, right? Again, the 8-hour I wanted to hang back, you know, yes, it got above, but went back below. I really wanted to hang back above the 200 MA and stay above the 200 MA. We take a look at the 4-hour time frame and the 4-hour, which, you know, last night, as estranged, you know, as odd as it was, I saw a bit of a shoulder, a head, and a possible right shoulder forming that could have dropped us pretty far. 90K even was the target there. We have since made a higher low and popped up, and we're battling. Look, we just got resistance from the what? The 200 MA. So what we want to see for the 4-hour is we want to see this RSI flip up, even though it's a bit high. We like to see this MACD extend. We want to see the RSI flip. And we really would like to see the 4-hour break back to the upside here and do some what we call damage, right? Damage cheese. Really strange little flag here that I'm attempting to put it in. But, you know, it has a bounce there. It has a bounce there. I'm more bullish than bearish for Bitcoin, but we'll see what happens here. You got to get back above that 200 MA. And then it goes to the 1-hour time frame, which, you know, last night we got rejected by the 200. I sold my trade right about there. Then it pumped up to 102 something. And I told my students, I'm out right here. I said, and now I'm going to sell the top. And had you were with me yesterday, we called the exact bottom, found the flag, found a secondary flag here, and then got out of the exact top. Then I told my students price action is going to retrace back towards the 21-day moving average. It's the most likely scenario. I did have a flag on the 1 minute for a second that I almost traded. But when I zoomed out to another time frame, I backed off. I did post it to the group, and then I said, everyone, I'm not taking the trade. All right, I'm backing off. And then I saw we did fall back. Could have shorted that. Why didn't I short it? I was super happy with my gains. Wanted to enjoy my kids. Wanted to search for altcoins. Like, a lot of times I'd rather spend that time. Once I make gains, my mind's clear. Then I can really find the gains for the trading group. I can really go through all the different scenarios. So the days that I don't go back into trading are even better for me because I'm just like so solid in what else I'm doing. And I love that. You know, it's all about focus, man. The trading group is a huge part of my life. I work 7 days a week to maintain it at a high level, to make sure everything's going at top speed. And it's not easy. It's a constant battle, right? It's like being a doctor on call. Second Bitcoin dips are doing something like this weekend. I couldn't hang out on the weekend, take the weekend off. It was one of the most treacherous weekends ever. I had to work to make sure we knew what was going on. Had I taken this weekend off, think about, we would have missed how to call the bottom. We would have missed, finding the 4 hour below the 200 MA. They could have, all those things had to be. A beginner's coming into the group every day. They don't know what we know. But if I can just give them an update, show them something, I could save them from insane treachery, right? With that education. Giving someone education. Once you have education, you keep giving it to them over and over again. All right? So right now, look, the 1 hour's inside of a symmetrical triangle. An ugly one, too, at best. And that does look like it could drop us to the downside and roll us over. I wouldn't, right now, I don't see it. I would trade if we get above the 200 MA. We're in a tight zone. I'd rather just wait for that. I want to see that daily close hot today, right? Laying hardwood floor while scalping Solana. Can't wait to look back on these days. My gains are the lifers' gains. What I want to say, too, is everybody, and here's another great question for you. Anyone here want to become a multimillionaire? Put a 333 if you want to become a multimillionaire. All right? Or desire to become a multimillionaire. Forget the want. Want's a horrible word. You desire. Put a 333 if you desire to become a multimillionaire in this life. Okay. Do you think it's going to happen in one trade? Do you think it's going to happen in one trade? Are you going to become a multimillionaire in one trade? I'm asking everybody. Someone said yes. What are the odds you're going to become a multimillionaire on one trade? I mean, it could be a Bitcoin. Like I became on one trade, but it took like 10 years. You know what I mean? The point I'm trying to make, right, is, and here's the point I'm making, is then why is everyone trying to make all the money in one trade? Doesn't need a laugh track, but it kind of like, it needs a moment, right? It needs like a, oh, where is it? It's like the, no, do we have like the, no, I don't got it. I thought I had like the, but the whole point is, so here's the deal. So why do you keep trading like that trade's going to be the biggest one of your life? I'm going to make 10 grand. Start trying to make $100 a trade. Start trying to make $50 a trade. It adds up. I'm telling you right now. Think about this. You make $250, right? You do that 10 times in a month. That's $2,500. In a year's time, if you do that 10 of the 12 months and you're profitable, that's $25,000, right? I'm just saying. Maybe 2 months you do it, but you lose, you go up a little, down a little bit, but you end up with 25K. Imagine 25K extra in your life. At the beginning, when I was just a beginning trader, $25,000, being able to tell my wife, family, and friends that I had made 25 grand as a trader would have been like a dream come true for me. It would have been like the highest pinnacle of my life to say that. I was working, I wanted to have extra income, and to be able to tell people that I was a successful trader, right? I share my trade entries in the Discord. Yes, I do. Yep. Exactly where I'm getting in, what I'm doing, if the trade doesn't go right, how I'm actually going to formulate the trade, showing you if my stop loss gets hit or not. No BS. If I'm down, I show them down. If I'm up, I show them up. Yeah. Yeah, so here's that time. So yeah, so we're watching this flag here for Bitcoin. And honestly, if I had to tell you where we're going, I'd say we're going up. And the reason why is because we have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low here. Tight moving averages. All right. And it looks to me like we're going to take out the shorts at about 102,000. We take those out. We get to get above this point of control. We go right back up here to 106, 105K. So I could be wrong. BOOKMAP also suggests that we're going up because there's a big red short right there. That's where all the shorts are. That's where 748 Bitcoins lie. Okay. So 102,000 is the likely area of contention here for Bitcoin later on today. Right. That's what I like about you. You actually show us your losses to help us understand better what it takes to really make it. You're going to lose. You're going to lose as a trader. I don't know why everyone, you know what it is? Everyone has this assumption that they can't show their vulnerabilities. But when you show your vulnerabilities, you gain trust in people. You know, when you show people who you are, you gain trust in people. Not many people want to do that. That's why you gain trust, because most people don't have the originality or the realness to do that. They can't do it. They're hiding inside of some type of fake shell in which they're unable to push forward. My dad was an awesome person who just didn't care what anyone thought. At a young age, he had to forge his own way. He had thick glasses by the time he was a baby. You know, he used to say the priest used to beat him up. He used to, you know, he learned how to be tough. By the time he was 10, 12 years old, he could beat up a 15, 16-year-old kid. My dad was a tough cookie. By the time he was 16, he beat up a grown man. You know what I mean? No lie. Like, I'm not trying to be, you know, but my dad was, he told me that a cop put a restraining order on him when he was like 18 years old. The guy was 40 years old. You know what I mean? Because they was afraid of him. Like, but anyway, my dad, you know what I mean? My dad was a tough dude. He grew up in Boston where they grew up tough. They grew up hard. The point of the story is, right? What's the point, right? I have a point. The point of the story is, you know, I had a point. There was a point to the story. What was I saying? Yeah. Don't be a loser. Push the like button. Yeah. Iron workers are built different. Shout out to Patrick Bateman. Oh, 100%. I could never be an iron worker. I tried, man. I fell off the thing at the local 7 event trying to do it. You know? No, but the point is, the point I'm trying to make about my dad, right, is that you push yourself where you got to be, man. No one's there for you. You find your way, man. And my dad found his way early. And no one's, you know, people make excuses for their life, but you're in charge. That's what my father always said to me. He said, man, you laid your bed. Now you got to lay in it. He said, I can't do nothing for you. He said, all I could do is tell you how it is, Sam. I got so much faith in you, but you got to make it happen, right? You know. So, you know, if you have a good dad out there, God bless you, because he'll keep you in line, you know. So I'm seeing this 1 hour time frame, and, you know, it looks like we're going to go more further to the upside based on the tight moving averages, but I could be wrong. I could be terribly wrong, right? We're attempting to dig out. That's a big higher low right there after the dump. Low, high, higher, low. So we could have gotten sent to the doldrums last night on that 4 hour. We were overbought on the 4 hour stochastic. How that didn't dump us to the downside with a shoulder head kind of right shoulder vibing, to me is a good vibe too. Like, it shows that there's some pressure here. So we'll watch this flag on the 1 hour time frame. It's kind of what I'm looking at here. It looks better on the 15. But that's it. You know, that's what we see. And this is a 50-50 pattern that could go up either way. These mainly dump. I wouldn't go by the pattern per se. I love patterns, don't get me wrong. But I use other things besides patterns. And sometimes I don't even trade a pattern. Like many times now you'll see me in just 2 years, I stopped trading patterns altogether. I would just trade, like if we cross, see if this, a candle closes above this 200 MA, I'll get in right there, stop loss below the 200, and just let it go. I'll come back a few hours later, I'll be up, and I'll close the trade. I closed the trade yesterday when we hit the 1 hour 200 MA. I'm always using 200 MAs to back test, push, bounce, find an entry, or find a way, right? So I'm looking for this bounce. Another thing is the 15-minute was overbought and should have dumped harder, and it couldn't go below this low. It's respecting the trend line. It's respecting this resistance here. Local resistance somewhere at about 98,008 too, and I told you about 98.5, so important. All right. Went to med school using the GI Bill. God bless Rave Psalm Records and his dad, man. David Kendall, God bless you, brother. Show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are, Mom. Every day I hang out with the crypto lifer, learning from his expertise. 1% better every day. Hey, you know, that's another thing I want to say is you're the culmination of the 10 people you hang out with. And if all you hang out with me, I hope I can become a great influence, right? So I do my best every day here to just, do my best. And but it's each and every one of you that helped me do this. I probably failed. It wouldn't be as hot on my own accord if it wasn't for each and every one of you. You guys, when I know there's people here, and that's another thing about you, join a trading group. Join a place where you have more than one person asking you what you're up to, because there's accountability in a group. When you're all alone, there's no accountability. You do whatever you want. Like I'm in a trading group, right? I'm the leader of there's accountability for me. I can't just disappear for days. You know what I'm saying? I'm up every morning. I work every night because I got a trading group and people that believe in me. So because there's people that I'm a part of, I work even better, even harder. So join something, be a part of something in life. Whether it's my group, and I'm not even pushing my group. I'm just saying whatever it is. I don't care if it's a knitting group. I don't care if it's a book group. You want to read books, you join a book club. Why? They're going to ask you, hey, how'd you do? You didn't read the book. It's going to be kind of lame, right? So people join groups because it helps them achieve stuff. Because when they do stuff with other people, they find to be more accountable. When I show up every day and you show up every day, you probably learn more about trades. You take trading more seriously because of this live stream. Okay? Everyone else can play games and have fun, and I get it, but this stream is to change your life. This stream is to push you in the right direction. This stream is to push you into a place you've never, to make you find who you really are so you can become the person you've always wanted to become. That's what I did, and so that's what you should do. And once you become the person you've always wanted to be, you're going to help others do the same. They're going to watch you and say, hey, I want to do what he's doing or what she's doing. You're going to, and then that person will do it. And then someone will see them and say, I want to do what that person's doing. And you'll change. That's how you change the world. You change the world by changing yourself. It starts from within, right? You got to love yourself to love others, and that's why I always talk about love, positive self-talk. And that's why I'm building everybody up in the group. That's why it's all about positive mentality. Because once someone else grasps that positive energy, it's contagious. Someone else grabs it, and it just continues to grow. And that's how we win. They tried to snuff out the positive energy with what, I won't even bring it up, but they tried to stop us in 2020 they tried to slow down the momentum of the higher powers. But you know what? It made us 10 times stronger. It was like just a heavier weight we had to push. It made our muscles even bigger. My discipline got tighter. My love for God got greater. They took my mom and dad. It didn't matter. I kept pushing. You've got to keep pushing. I don't care what happens to you. All right? There's no excuses. If my mother could die in front of me and I can keep trading, if I can sell Pepe at the local high, the day of my dad's wake, then you can keep pushing. There's no excuses for you. I've already let it down that you can't have excuses anymore. All right? I've hit those, you know what I mean? There's no more excuses. That's it. I don't care your girl left you. I don't care your dog died. I don't care that you lost your job. I don't care that, you got hurt in a car accident and you can't walk that well. Open up the computer, get down to brass tacks, and change your life. Nobody's going to do it for you but you. You can sulk in your depression. You can sit in the down period, but it doesn't matter. It's your life. You can blame everybody else, but they're not living in your shoes. So get off the blame game and start getting ready to make it happen. Today's the first day you're going to make it happen. I know it. You're a crypto lifer today. You met Sam Price. You're never going to be the same. Amen. So total market cap doesn't look amazing here for cryptocurrency. It's the same story, morning glory here for Bitcoin. It's kind of a flat, I'd like this to actually get a little more of a bump up. And, we could be rolling over. This may not be the end just because it's a big wick and everyone tells you it's all good and buy the dip. All right. I didn't buy a lot of this dip. Why? I bought Bitcoin during the dip because I had already bought almost everything lower than it was. And I was done pouring money into the market. Like I'm at my limit. Like I looked at how much money I'd poured into the market. I looked at how much real estate and things I want to do with my life. And I said, you know what? I've bought enough of this dip. At this point, they've got to show me something for me to put more money in this market. You know what I'm saying? So I bought BTC. And that's it. All right. You think David Sachs would save Bitcoin today? Something's going to happen today, and I'm excited. And that's another reason why they may suppress the price, but it's another reason why at 2 o'clock today, this may shoot up and just wreck this 100. What BOOKMAP is suggesting that, he's going to come out and say something. This is going to run, and we're going to wreck 102,000. However, we don't know. Don't say, I saw Sam Price, and he said we're going 102K for sure. We're going to liquidate those shorts. I'm opening up a massive long. I mean, it's possible, though. It's starting to show up on the table as a possibility. And we got something here. We got a super chat coming in here. Israel Rory VJC. I'm a 50-year-old autistic person with no real-world friends. I'm here every day getting the positive vibes and managing my market fear with Sam's powerful positive energy. For your information, don't miss out on Anti-Rug Agent on Solana. Oh, that thing's been great. It's been great. I hear, Sam, you tapped out almost in the market. Need this bull run to create my future. Amen, J-Soul. Keep stacking, baby. Keep stacking. Like from your job, you know what I mean? Don't keep saving. Don't stop, you know, just keep multiple pockets. And, you know, Sam, I believe that's the narrative across the space. Nobody wants to add. Makes me feel like that's enough to pump. I hope so. Hey, all right. People are loading before he speaks. Yeah, shout out to Israel, man. God bless you, brother. And don't worry, man. I have a little bit of that in me, too. So I think I connect with people on the spectrum because, I don't know, I have this level where people on the spectrum intrigue me a little bit. I can't explain it. Like, I'd be at school, and there was always a kid on the spectrum. I'd always befriend kids that were a little different than everyone else because I always could pay attention when no one else was paying attention. You know, I could see the details. Whenever I saw a kid, I was somewhat popular in school. I could talk, you know, I had the face, the look, whatever it was, but I fought a lot. I was a troubled soul, man. Total market cap. Staying with that higher low, okay? I mean, again, it's the same thing. Let's see how the daily candle closes today. Big day for the entire market. And then he's going to speak at 2 o'clock. So he says the wrong thing or something happens or the market doesn't like what he says or he doesn't say enough or the Bitcoin reserve isn't in. I don't know what happens. Well, people get their expectations too high for this stuff. I have none. I have no expectations. You know, it almost makes me feel like I got to go live. You know what I mean? When he comes on, I might go live when he comes on. It's going to be more than Jerome Powell, right? So oversold here on the daily. We're expecting a bounce when he comes and talks. We're expecting this candle to close green. I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of sit sideways until he comes out. It's almost like a Fed day today. Today is technically like a Fed day. And someone has another super chat here. He says, Solana on the 30-minute, please. Thank you, Sam the man. All right. I'm everything. I could go in and out of multiple disorders. I feel for everyone. You're funny. Hi, Def. God bless you, brother. Something doesn't feel right about this market. Be very careful. Put your stop loss in place. Shout out to Judge Bibbles. He's got the creepy vibes going. Don't put those out there. No. Someone's like, just dump it already. Oh, yeah, you want the short. When you're in a short, you just dump it already. I know how that is. So the total market cap, let's see how this daily candle closes. It really, like, today is a huge day for the market. It really is. Let's see how the daily candle closes. Very important. All right. Should I unbutton another button? Should we get, like, real... No. For the ladies. There's no ladies. No girls watch the show. My wife bought me a subscription. I had a question about it. I sent the contact form, but haven't heard back. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Okay. If I have to look at it myself, I will. I'll do customer service. But we'll make sure you get taken care of. God bless you, Crypto IQ. Yeah. No worries. We run a tight-knit ship here. We're all in communication. Yes, the crypto czar for Trump is having a press conference today at 2 p.m. We know. Sacks, baby, sacks. All right. Okay, let's go back into brass tacks here for Bitcoin. So look, I mean, let's see here. I'm about to make this tradito. Oh wow, I made $17 on the trade. I actually got stopped. At break even, but it could have been worse over here. So look, we're kind of back inside the pattern as if we never left. You can now trade the pattern as if you've never left the pattern. Someone said we cracked the 200 MA barely though, but yes, we did. All right. Let's take a look at the 5-minute time frame, getting still tight in the zone. So, like, oh, that's why. Yeah. You know, this still looks like, so it was a fake out breakout. Rejection by the 200 MA. The 5 minute, but look, almost a shoulder, head, shoulder. Huh. What I see is a breakout back, and you're back inside the pattern again. 15 minutes says, hey, I want to continue to bounce here. That was a fake out. We're back inside. Same idea still applies. You can enter with a stop below the 200 MA. You see? We just tested the 200 and we didn't lose it. Stokes reset and looked bullish again. 96,000. I need 99,000. So, you know, that's a scalp that I'd be willing to take. 7-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Let's go to the realistic. I mean, that's more realistic of a target there. But so that's something I'm going to look at right there. And so my target would be 104,000. So we would blast through 102 and then continue to go up. You see, it would be a blaster. And then the stop loss would have to be at like 97,661. All right. The idea was we had a chance right now to break that 200 to go bearish. We got propped back up again after, you know. Price actually looks sketchy though. And it looks like we're going to be in that, like, it does look like a Fed day. Because he's going to say something that's going to affect more than what Jerome Powell says. It's bigger than a Fed day. You know what I mean? I Trump and dump. Yeah, you're funny, man. We're here to make money. If that's not for you, leave. You're so funny, man. Trump just going to steal. Shout out to Keith Bradbury. We love you, brother. Amen. Tell him how it is, brother. Tell him how it is. So 2 for 8 right there. 285 for 858. Great trade. 171 for 57. You know, great trade. Wouldn't even really put a damper on the day, right? If I lost 172, we'd be okay. I don't mind this. I'm gonna take a little gander on this one. And it's high sketchy. If you don't have a plan, you don't know what you're doing, you can't control your emotions, please don't do this. Never do what you see a YouTuber doing if you don't have a plan, idea, thought of your own, okay? If you don't know how to manage this trade, if you have no idea what you're going to do, if you can't manage the risk that you put on, if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and handle the trade that you're handling, it's not on me, okay? But the stochastics on the 15-minute are double bottoming. They're about to pump as far as I'm concerned. You dumped off the trend. That was a fake out breakout. It looks like we're going to continue to pump. We break this. This is a smooth moving average. And you're on the 21-day moving average. And see, if we get above this white line here, this thinner line, that's called the smooth, the SMMA. All right. Look, I mean, I just got in and it's already up $9. It's a fast cup of coffee. All right. That's a fast cup of coffee right there. You hear me say that a lot. Why? Because the entries are hot. That's why. Watch this thing rip to the upside. Everyone's like, how does he do it? How does he do it? How does this guy know when it's going to start? Every single time he gets in, it starts to pump. Sam, what's your opinion on diminishing returns this cycle? Zoomed out of the macro money flow. Looks like, honestly, I do the pi cycle. Yeah, I don't use any of these other mumbo jumbo things that you talk of. What is he saying? My dad kicked me out, right? Oh, but you're talking about Marcus. I mean, I like Marcus Iver. It's cool. That's my man, Crypto Face. You know what I mean? Much love to them and their crew. But I mean, I don't live and die by that. I live and die by the pi cycle top. A pi cycle top, baby. All right. 90,000 subs and incoming. We could probably do it today. If you people hit me with the realness, we could probably do it today. 90,000 subs and counting. 90,000 subs and counting. On our way, dude. On our way. Oh my gosh, we can taste it. And then it's on the way to 100,000 subscribers. It's just crazy. 70 to 80. That number just kept changing. I kept pushing. Everyone, we're at 89,923. I know there's 77 beautiful souls. 77. Isn't that crazy? 77. I'm at 89,200. 77 more people get us to 90,000. Are there 77 beautiful souls in this live? I believe there are. 77 awesome people that want to get that love back to their life in karmatic returns. I believe there are. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Let's get this to 90,000 today, baby. I know we could do it. One of our fastest thousands we ever made from 88, 89. Let's go, baby. I'm going to keep pushing. You're going to keep pushing. I know we can do it. I have faith that at the end of this stream, somehow, some way, we're there. All right? Blessing, Sam. You're such an inspiration for me. Love your energy. Can you look at XCN for us today? God bless Margaret Ness. We love you. You don't stop. You love your XCN, Margaret. I'm going to be honored for you, Margaret. Let's take a look. So everyone sees what I'm seeing. Or in the 15 minutes in a... I got too many lines here in a way, but the 15 minutes in a beautiful symmetrical triangle. These mainly do dump, I will say, but we're above the 200 MA. And then I played that other little flag, as you can see, where we faked out, breaked out on the smaller scalp section. And I'm long for the stochastics to pump. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD too, suggesting we are going to get a bit of a move here. A short squeeze to 102,000 setting up on BOOKMAP. Only time will tell. I have no idea what's going to happen. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I say it every day, baby. And was it the turmeric? Was it the super boost? We don't know. But something got me going at the speed of light right now. I love you all. 99,490. And can we win the live trade that we just set up in front of you? Live trading Bitcoin in front of you. No jokes aside. No BS. It's a $10,000 trade. 27x levy. Let's see if it can happen here. Live on stream. Does Sammy win the trade? All right. And we like to ask the audience, do we win the trade? Does Lifer win the trade? On stream. I mean, I might win the trade. I shouldn't say that because you never know. But does Lifer win the trade? What are the odds? If you had a bet, does Lifer win the trade? If you had to take a bet, would you bet I win or lose the trade? This guy says you win 99% of the time, so yes. We'll see what happens, man. Hey, I probably going to lose this one, right? Absolutely. Rave song record in the house. Someone says they will dump it to $60,000 to $70,000. We will see. I'm down $6.90. What is the risk on the trade? $183. Make sure you know your risk every single time you trade. That's the one thing you can completely control, what you will lose. See, that's what I think people are crazy. They just draw the line. I'll make it. Then they find out I'm down 500. It's the one thing you can completely control, what you can lose. And people don't control it. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance and see what's happening on a Tuesday. So Bitcoin dominance spikes out of control. Remember, I had that cup and handle drawn. If you remember, I had this cup and handle drawn. And I kept saying it did look like Bitcoin dominance was going to go on some type of massive run. So people have just jumping out of altcoins and hanging into Bitcoin. All right? There you have it. Like, we didn't even take time to consolidate. We were just gone. So Bitcoin dominance in the last 2 days just up huge. Getting a massive pump to the upside. I think it's the ashwagandha. It's got me going, man. It's got me going. So look, we're at this top area, though. If we could top here. At the same time, that's not what I want to happen, because if Bitcoin's going to pump, then dominance got to run. So a little sideways price action and dominance can run, or dominance could keep pushing too here on the daily. Let's take a look at it on the 1 hour. Yeah, see, if you look at Bitcoin, if you look at dominance on the 1 hour time frame, and I'll tell you though, dominance does pump for a couple reasons. It pumps when we're in when Bitcoin's dumping. Well, look, this tells me, I mean, you got a symmetrical triangle here too. Again, what we want to see is Bitcoin pump and Bitcoin dominance pump. If Bitcoin dumps, the dominance will dump with it. Likely. There's a chance, though, Bitcoin dumps and dominance will pump up too. See, dominance pumps for two reasons. When people jump out of Bitcoin to get out of altcoins because they don't want to lose that much. You see? So when the market dumps, Bitcoin dominance can go up. Bitcoin dominance also goes up when Bitcoin just pumps and people are missing out on so it pumps for two reasons. Bullish and bearish reasons. You have to understand. So that's why you have to look now at the tether dominance. You can't just look at Bitcoin dominance. If you understand Bitcoin dominance, you can look at it. Like if you know Bitcoin. But if you don't understand what's going on and you just look at Bitcoin dominance and you think that's how the altcoins are going to run. And so here we are. Like everything's kind of in this symmetrical triangle. Can't you see how this whole... Now, sad to say, this looks like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. If we had to play it, it does look like tether dominance is going to make a run. It is 50-50 here. So today, you can see what's about to happen today. He comes out and says something so pro. Everyone's going to dump their tether. Why would they hold tether? And this thing's going to rocket down. I will tell you, I'm Sammy Cup and Handy. So if we had to play it based on like my ridiculous nuances, it says sadly that Bitcoin's going to dump. And I hope Sammy Cup and Handy's wrong, but he usually ain't. So this says Bitcoin's going to dump. This is a shoulder, head, right shoulder, and tether dominance is going to pump. They're going to say something disappointing today. It's not what people want to hear. It's not going to be the coin, or it's not going to, maybe in the next few days they come out. But right now it looks like they're not going to do it. Everyone, you are getting me to 90,000. Look at this. We are so close now. Only 57 beautiful souls need to hit that subscribe button. Please subscribe to the channel. I know you can do it. It will come back to you tenfold. It will be one of the nicest things you could do today for somebody. And it's for me and my family. I got 3 daughters and a wife. So when you do something for me, you do it for those beautiful kids too. Remember that. I'm a family man. I stand up for the family, the nuclear family here in America and around the world. Because when the father's home, you know what's interesting? A father can pray and a mother can pray. The kids in the family are more apt to be religious if the father prays, no matter how much the mother prays. The father has a significant role on the family's influence, no matter what you want to know. Try it in your house. As the father, watch this. I come into the house, right? I go lay down. We have 2 living rooms. I go lay down in the living room. No one's in, and I just lay there. Eventually, my 3-year-old will come to me, then the 10-year-old, then my wife, and they'll all be surrounding me, and they'll be on me. If I decide to get up and go outside and sit in the outdoor couch, within 10 minutes, they'll all be around me. Wherever I go, my family will eventually follow me to that position. I've tried it. It's funny. And it shows I don't follow them, right? They follow me. And I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm just making a statement about the male in the house. There's a real big role to the male in the house. It's very important that we have straight males in the home, taking care of positions, helping people, becoming great examples for young men and women out here. All right. Bitcoin struggling 99,200 here. Looks like we may get a bit of a dump to the downside. Shout out to Jennifer Moffitt. I love you. I'm not saying that you couldn't do it, Jennifer. I'm not saying, and I want to put down a strong woman. Single mothers or mothers that don't have any help, the hardest in the game. So right now, tether dominance is telling us to be careful. It's telling us that we may be getting a big pump here. What we want to see is get a little fake out, get tight, and have this symmetrical triangle just dump to the downside. It looks like today at 2 o'clock, we're going to get our answer, and it looks like they're not going to really reveal much on the charts until then. We'll probably be bouncing between 99,004 and 99,200 for the foreseeable few hours until that podium is placed up and that man begins to speak. All right. Religion is it a little? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, single women are the strongest people in the game. 100%. 100%. Okay, let's take a look at the super chats and see what people are saying here in the chat. We just got too many positive people that snipe the negative comments. It's so awesome. Team and holding the floor well while coins like Chill Guy drop 96 and still dropping. Amen. I'm down 20K, but I'm holding. See you in 2026. That's funny. Solana on the 30-minute, please. Thank you, Sam the man. Noah Brown. Bless you. I mean, a year from the halving, right? It hasn't even been a year from the halving. Hey, Crypto Lifer, I'm a fan from Singapore. You're amazing. God bless. Please evaluate SWI for me. Solana on the 30-minute is the first thing I'm seeing here. All right, so Solana on the 30-minute and SWI. Let's take a look at Sol. Solana. Now, Solana above 200 is great. Honestly, Solana kind of tells us what's going to happen. It's foreshadowing that they're going to say that Solana is going to be either in the reserve or a non-crypto asset. So I see Solana making a huge move today. That looks like a huge pump. Honestly, I might even take a trade on that, Lev, because 68% chance you win this trade. All right, the trade would be as such. The entry would be right here. The stop loss would be below the shoulder, and you would go for the win. Again, no guarantees. But this is the trade. It's a 269. It's not a 3-to-1. Could be a little better, but Solana looks interesting to me right off the bat for a trade. So my mind sees something right there for Solana. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset, which is your time. All right, without, you can always get your money back. You can't get back your time. What's the difference between a wealthy person and just a middle-class person? Their time, how they spend their time. A wealthy person really, really, really values their time and watches it very, very closely. All right. So, and how you use your time is important. When you don't respect yourself, you don't respect your own time anyway. When you respect yourself, you're super, super on point with your time. So I like this trade here for Solana. It looks interesting to me. It's definitely something I would keep on the radar. And watch, just because CryptoFace said it, I'm gonna see if I can go the rest of the stream without saying, all right, all right, all right now. Watch, I'll do it. Now that I'm conscious of it, I will attempt not to say that word for the rest of the stream. This also is a bit of a cup and handle. Is it not? I could use is it not instead of, it's almost the same word. Is it not? Well, is it not? Is it not? But that looks like a cup and handle about to blast to the upside, just getting started. Just getting started there to the upside. So, Sam, I played a cop, I play a fireman. It doesn't matter. I'm Marky Wahlberg. I blew this message. I can do it. I was the shooter. I was with the foul. I did all the biggest movies. It doesn't matter. I'm Mark Wahlberg. I blew this message. I was Dirk Diggler, dude. I played Dirk. I can get it done. It doesn't matter. I played a cop. Babe, we can do this, babe. We can do this. He's always in the movies telling his wife, babe, we got this, babe. It doesn't matter, babe. I can do it. I can get it done, babe. Babe, just wait in the car. Just wait in the car, babe. I'll be right there. I'm going to knock this guy out. Smoky Wahlberg. Shout out to everybody here. I love y'all. So, look, can we continue further to the upside here at 268? I was late on it. They want more. They want more. I used to be funnier. Some days I'm funnier. It depends on what's happening in the markets. You know what I mean? Sam, I lost a lot of money, but you give me strength to come back, bro. I sign your group and recommend to everyone here. Thank you. God bless. Shout out to Thomas, man. God bless you. $3 a day, man, to straighten up your life. All right. Don't forget to look at Doge. I've been buying like heck, he says. ETF Future, Elon Sovereign Wealth Fund. I loaded up at 21. Life or Love, Master Kings. God bless you, brother. So we looked at Solana. And then we look at XCN for Margaret. So right off the bat, Sol looks good to me just in the small time frame. All right. That could play out. I like what I'm seeing there for Sol. All right. 269 risk reward ratio. We can delete everything. We can look at our weekly now. And if you look at Solana, I mean, it's in a beautiful uptrend. And I see that just, that's like a massive tighten. And we could see this just, boom. We could range between 220, 260, get very tight. And then an explosion up to 500, right? And that's your parabolic run. I'm really doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of zoom out macro stuff recently, but it just makes sense to me. I think that's where my mind's at. Sometimes your mind's able to zoom out. Sometimes your mind's in small. The last couple of days, my mind's been in zoom out mode. I've really been seeing things. I've been seeing the bigger picture. While they manipulate the small time frames, while they bring us from 100 to 90K, and I feel like it's such a big deal. I've been seeing the big picture, realizing that's not the big picture. What we're seeing right now is not the big picture. They're taking you away from the big picture by doing all this nonsense. We always need, see, the cool thing about me is I'm able to kind of do both. I can trade and get into the nitty gritty, but I always know that the big picture is where I'm going. Because I've traded big time frames and they've taken care of me over time. So Solana looks good to me on the bigger time frame. And I like that inverted head and shoulder on the smaller time frame. We'll reconvene in a couple days, but the weekly looks good to me. We're oversold in the weekly. That's a cup and handle too. You had bearish div that already played out. Now you're wiggling out. You have higher lows. You're getting tight inside the zone. I see Solana going to $539. That's the leg. It actually is a longer leg. Let's see. Yeah, the highest conceivable spot right now I see is about 568 bucks. That would be a beautiful win. That'd be a beautiful win, right? I've been holding Solana over a year now from 109, 100 grand. That would make me a nice $500,000, all right? And it would have taken me years of my life. But hey, I'll take it. It ain't bad. $250,000 a year on one trade. I'll take it. Let's take a look at OCN here. XCN on MEXC. So it looked like the hottest thing yesterday that could break out. And we talked about it. And it looked good. And it actually had this like double bottom and was getting tight. And to me, it's doing, see the shoulder, the head, the shoulder that Bitcoin's in, and then that right flag that Bitcoin's in. So if Bitcoin takes off, XCN takes off. Bitcoin dumps, this will dump. It's that simple. But if you get a nice move for Bitcoin and it settles off, XCN's going to rip. I would watch this flag for a rip. Resistance, resistance, chump, right? We're right, chop right there. We're right above the point of control. I don't love that 3-hour Tutoring. I do love the 1 hour. 2 hours, attempting to loop up with that higher low. And I like this shoulder, head, right shoulder. I like you above the Tutoring on the 1. I like the tightness of the moving averages. Sells a big move is coming here. Matter of fact, right now, I'm going to put about, I don't know, $6,000 in this trade, right, in a swing trade right now. All right. I like it. I'm going to personally get in myself. I like it. You do whatever makes you happy. And never do what you see someone do on YouTube. And I could easily get rocked. If Bitcoin doesn't, if they don't come up with good news, we're going to get rocked here. All right. We are in the trade. Just so you know, you're up in the trade 27.7%. And the chat may be right on the poll here. All right. So I'm buying about, how much am I buying? Let me see what I bought. I don't even know what did I do over here? What am I doing? Hey kid, how many times you going to buy these coins, huh? Every time I see you buy a coin. The market is up and down. How you make money in this crypto stuff? I tell you what, huh? Every single time over here. No one can do the voices, huh? Nobody can do the voices like the life over here. Let me tell you something, kid. Come over here. I also lived in New York City for 20 years. Huh? I met them all. I met the big wigs, the small guys. You know what I mean? The trash collectors. It is what it is. Hey, Bobby. Hey, be careful, Bobby. You've been lifted a lot. You might not realize how strong you are. You don't want to hurt the kid, huh? So look, 194,000 for XCN. That gives me about what, six grandiose, 6,200 bucks worth of XCN. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm in there just for a swing trade. I'm not married to the coin. I'm telling you, people are going to get me to a 90,000 today. Only 30 more beautiful souls. Hit that button, that subscribe button. You're going to hit me. You're going to get it. Look at this. Look at this uptrend. Look at the lifetime. Look at lifetime. And let me show you. Look, 7 subscribers when I started, right? After doing it for about what? How many months? After going from September to April, I got 100 subscribers. I felt like nobody cared about me. A year later, okay? A year later, I had 169 subscribers. I just want to make this really clear. A year later, I had 150 subs, man. And then 2 years later from the day I started, I had myself about 12,000 subscribers. And that's when I knew, man, it took me 2 years of my life, though, to be able to build. And then look, and now look at the exponential curve that's starting to take place here from going live every single day. I just want you to realize this is life. This isn't YouTube. This is life. If you do what I did with YouTube, you will have an exponential curve in your life. You will become successful. People will know you. People will respect you. People will love you. Look at that thing, man. Look at that thing. So help me continue to grow. Be a part of something bigger than yourself. Realize that it takes an army, baby. And we're raising amazing people here in this chat. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I don't BS. I just put down, and I just put down 6 racks. We'll see where this goes. And then my trade should be in the green now, up 9%. We'll see what happens. I'm not trying to say it's amazing. It could right shoulder us there. A lot of chop today. And it looks like we're going to sit in some type of range. I said this before. If you're new to the channel today at 2 p.m., we're going to get Sachs coming out. He's going to talk about, he's the crypto czar. He's going to give out what's going to happen. They've sat together and come out with what it is, and he's going to come out with it today and tell us. It's going to affect the crypto markets in a massive way. And it's got to be bullish because we know, but the crypto markets are fickle, and they think they know what's going to happen. If they don't hear what they want, so we're setting up to see where we go. It's likely we just chop between 99, even 100K and 99,000 throughout the side, until we get to 2 p.m. today. So don't get too crazy. Today's very similar to a Fed day where there's going to be a lot of crazy price action up and down. So just don't force trades. Don't overtrade. Don't do it anyway, but you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken as financial advice. You got to do whatever makes you happy and makes sense to you. Hey, Crypto Life from a fan from Singapore. You're amazing. God bless you. Can you look at Sui? Says Chan Chi Cheng. Let's take a look, Chan Chi. I think I said it right. I don't know, though, but I think I did it correctly. Let's take a look at Sui. It's Mario. Okay, so Sui. It's doing everything that Bitcoin did. High or low, if Bitcoin pumps, this will pump. You got to break above the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame for SWI. The first thing you want to do is look at your weekly chart. Your weekly is very oversold, and you're near the 21-day moving average. That's a very bullish sign. If you can get the weekly back to the 21, it's a great place to be buying, especially after a coin pumped huge like that. You take its fib and it wicked to the 786. It's in the golden pocket. That is beautiful stuff. That's what dreams are made of. If I did buy anything, I'd buy maybe a little SWI. If this XEN trade plays out and I get a nice pump in a couple days, I'll throw it into SWI somewhere between 450 and 375. So you double high risk for low risk, you see? SWI looks good to me. I would be accumulating as much as I could right here. And if the market goes to zero, so be it. But if it doesn't, that's life-changing. So, and I watch my SWI video where I believe SWI will go. That video's out a week now. It's gaining steam, 11,000 views, and it keeps running. So jump on into that video, check it out. What's going to happen to SWI? You definitely want to know and pay attention. Music's a little loud today. So sorry I didn't realize that till now. My energy's a little high. I don't realize when the music's a little too hot. I apologize. Some people may be like, hey, man, it was a little loud. So SWI looks good to me. I see it going to 871. You're going to have some trouble, right? 530, right? But not a lot of resistance for it, really. And a beautiful bounce off that 21-day moving average, getting oversold. And could we collapse more all the way down to 218? Anything is possible. 181? If we have a black swan, if this continues to dump, you never know. So be careful. If Bitcoin can't handle those key levels, you already know. So I've told you everything I can. You know what to watch for on Tether. You know what to watch for on Bitcoin dominance. You know what to watch for Bitcoin. You should have those screens up today and be paying attention to what's going on. If you see key levels get broken on the dominance, then you know what's likely going to happen. The probabilities are sitting right in front of you, whether you want to take them or not. You have access to the same information I do. All right. One thing I'll do is look at the CME watch. They're saying there's no way they're going to cut rates. It's going to be flat again at our next meeting, March 25th. So we do skip February, though. I love that. And we do skip April, which is nice. Then it's June, July. All right. But we have our Fed meeting there in March. They say no rate cut, 84%. A little bit squeaking in that we may. Maybe things change. We don't know. But right now, no rate cut will be coming in. It'll be a nothing burger. Again, just to double check, this is BOOKMAP. Link in the description below to BOOKMAP. It tells you where the stop losses are, where the liquidity is. This says there's a bunch of liquidity at $102,000 for BTC. That's where they could have a massive liquidation. So just be careful. That's a key level. All right. And wow, man, the likes almost up to 1,000. You people are amazing. I didn't even have to mention the likes. You guys are pumping the subscriptions. My subscribers to the upside, I really greatly appreciate it. Unbelievable. We'll go to 90K today, and then it'll just be it will be chills every time I go up a little more and a little more. And I just, wow. Now I know I'm coming to the realization that as long as I stay alive and healthy and don't do anything stupid, I'm going to get to 100,000 subscribers. So it's getting kind of It's becoming a pretty cool feeling. But hey, I got to earn it, man. There's still 10,000 more to go, and we got to push every single day, and I got to be on point. People got to respect, learn, and love me, so I got to make it right. We're watching the symmetrical triangle for BTC. The 50-minute didn't get the full pump I wanted, but it did get the pump. Now we're tight. We're going to get tighter in the zone next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then when he starts to talk, I believe that's when we're going to figure out where this is going to go. So you can kind of see how we're setting up for the crypto czar to speak and what's going to happen. It feels just like a Fed day, right? And honestly, thank you for all the Fed days we've done. Because we've done all these Fed days, we're well-versed in kind of what's going to happen today. We know there's someone that's going to speak around 2 o'clock the same time. They're choosing the same time, too. The 2 o'clock time period. Just interesting. All right. God bless you and your family always. This is going to be the best year ever, all because of you and this great group we joined. Honestly, this is going to be the best year because of you, man. I'm just a part. People give me way too much credit for their own joy. You picked the group, right? You knew what the good energy was, so you got into the vibes. God bless you for jumping on in, man, and thank you for being here. Shout out to Cosmic Dreams, and thank you for this positive $10 super chat that really made my day amazing. Can you look at Jupes and Javon Hanfield and Master Kings? All right. And Half Strength, keep fighting, right? So we did look at SWE. We looked at XCN, and you people gave a lot and didn't ask a lot. I can't believe that, you know. Let's take a look at Jupiter here. And Bitcoin at 99,005, we told you it's likely going sideways until we get more information. When the crypto czar comes on, I'm actually super excited to see what he has to say. It's going to be crazy. So I feel like I'm going to end up coming live, but you never know. I'll talk to my team about it. I have been I've been streaming a lot lately, so. But lack of bearish momentum on the MACD tells me that there's going to be a pump. Tight moving averages tells me there's going to be a pump, and above this, point of control. All those things tell me, and, this is kind of a sloppy, it's not perfect. And I'll show another chart for it. SWE looks interesting to me. I mean, that's a beautiful place to buy on the weekly. But again, who knows, You've got to figure that out for yourself. But for me, yes, I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, so I just wanted to point this out in clarity. And it's not perfect by any means. And it's the sloppiest I've ever seen. But it has a bit of an inverted head and shoulder. There's your neckline. And boom, I mean, 112K, right? And like I said, that's a cup and handle in a way. We might get a tighter handle. Sammy cup and handy. It just, I just want to throw that out there for you. Let's take a look at Jupe. Jupe burning those, 3 billion tokens. And we love Jupe. We've been in Jupe. Look at that shoulder head. See the higher low. They're all in the Bitcoin. They're all doing what Bitcoin did. They're all following BTC. It's the same chart, right? So you look at Jupe. You got this giant cup and handle. And I'll do it all again. I love doing this stuff. So Jupe has been an interesting coin. The price is either manipulated for whatever. It stays. It's almost a stable coin. It stays between 80 and, $1.10. It's really, on average, it's around $1. Like, it literally is a stable coin. I don't know how they've done that, but they've been able to stabilize Jupe around $1. It's been, when the market gets really bad, Jupe goes to 86. When the market gets really good, Jupe goes to 120. When the market's whatever's, Jupe's at $1. I firmly believe over time, we're eventually going to get the bigger move because more people know about it. It's going to have more utility, and they're going to burn more. But I don't know, right now it's just been a great investment. We get staking rewards. Okay, we've earned a good amount from many different coins, and I got almost right now. Jupe's at $1. They gave me $1,650, so I got $1,600 in Jupe rewards, right? And boom, all right, $1.88 in Jupe. So wow, I mean, yeah, and that's a bit of a cup and handle too, a sloppy one. And I'm in Jupe, and it just, you just hold it. I can't tell you. If you've been in Jupe as long as me, for a year, you get the rewards. You hang out on Jupe. I trade on Jupe. I got a perpetual open on Jupe, and it just, I'm all Juped up. Hey, I'm all Juped up. So I'm all juped up. So can we get all the way to 102,000? That's what BOOKMAP says. BOOKMAP, link in the description. This is an awesome program that you can download. It does cost, about $100 a month. Global Plus. Find out more today. Even there's some subscriptions that are less. And what it do is it gives you real-time data at all times. So I'm finding the price of Bitcoin right now instantly. And I'm able to kind of see where there's most of the liquidity is where we're likely going to go. Wherever there's red, we usually go to it. So like if there was big red yesterday, we went down into there. 5 days ago, there's big red, we eventually go. Every once in a while, there'll be a huge red area that is just kind of, I don't know, like someone who's waiting and it's not as serious. But for the most part, whenever I zoom in here and I see red for, the closest big red area, and what is that? That's a stop loss. Those are a bunch of people that went short, and those are their stop losses. There may be some people that want to buy too as well, hidden in there with some buys, but for the most part, those are all stop losses and people that will get liquidated if price action, they're real liquidation levels. If we get to that level, massive amounts of shorts will be liquidated. So we usually liquidate the most amount of people. That's what the market does. So right now, the market's telling us, I'd like to go liquidate 102,000. Whether you want to believe that or not, or listen to it or not, is up to you. But if you come to my channel and you watch this every day, then you would know that is highly accurate. And whether you, and then again, but how do you get in, right? You can still get stopped out. Just because you know it's going to 102, that doesn't give you anything. That gives you the direction of the trade. But now how do you find the trade? Now you got to use patterns, support and resistance, and ways to use risk management to get inside of a trade and be able to win the trade. Right? There's so many different parts of trading. It's not just one section. All right? There's so many different parts of trading okay. Let's get back into the chat here. Shout out to the live chat. You people are rocking. And you guys were awesome this weekend. We had one of the best streams ever. You guys came through hard body. It was amazing. All right. Demo trade on simulator first to earn the right to use real money. 100%. 100%. You got to earn the right to use real money. You got to show yourself you were able to double the money. Let's take a look at Doge from Lakochi Coker. God bless you, Lakochi. All right. So last time I looked at Doge, it looked great. We just needed a bump up to get sideways, and then if we consolidated, it looked like a great trade. All right. You could say, hey, it got stopped out, but the whole world got stopped out, right? Now, I wasn't personally in the trade. I hold some Doge. I mean, you just want to see this flag eventually break out. You'd like to see this turn into a inverted head and shoulder and a break to the upside. Again, you need a bounce, just like everything else. If you don't get a bounce, Doge drops more, and it's like it takes longer to recover. You kind of need this bounce here. You might even get tight, and then boom. It does say there's going to be a couple weeks, like till March. Looks like February is going to be a wash for most of the month. We're just going to be kind of getting by throughout February. I mean, shoulder, head, right shoulder. You see that? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. M double top. Broke down. And it says you go to 72 cents, though. And so many people are in Doge. It would be make a lot of people happy for that to happen. You pull your Fibonacci. So, again, if you waited till now, I mean, that is the dip buy at 20 cents. I mean, right? Working through the education, it goes deep. Yes, it does, TJ. Yes, it does. Yeah. Sam, what's going on, brother? Market has been so fun to watch recently. And remember, I do this every single day now since I was 25 years old. I'm 42. That's 17 years. And I was buying and selling things for a couple years before that. So I've been trading coins or assets for 20 years, everyone. All right. I traded the Toronto Stock Exchange. I traded the New York Stock Exchange. I traded gold for a long time. I traded silver stocks, gold stocks, miners. All right. I made my first bit of money in a silver mining company called Great Panther Limited. See if I love to see if I could find one of my first big trades. GPL, Great Panther Limited. You have to go like GPLF or something. Let me see. Great Panther. Oh, I'll always remember this. I'll have to go to stocks, right? They took it off, though. Great Panther Mining. There it is, yeah. That's it right there. What happened to Great Panther now? All to the down. Oh yeah, here. So all right, so the stock went to complete zero, right? But here's in 04, right? Here's in 09 and 2010, right? And here, dude, it went from like 86 cents here in 08, all right, to $2. It did it a couple times. It did it here too in 2015. Boom, right? 10 years ago, one of the bigger trades that I ever made that helped me get my money, that helped me get into, and then I got into Canopy Grow Corp, you see? And so it just, GCG, right? Yeah, Canopy Grow, GCC, Canopy Grow Corp, right? And that thing, I got in here, man, when it hadn't even hit the Toronto Stock Exchange yet. So when I got in, it was like, you know, and look what this thing did. I mean, it was just insane, right? Now, I didn't start getting into, right, on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So yeah, man, this changed my life, this run right here. And then I found Bitcoin. So those two trades really changed my life. All right, I was trading this market before I traded the bigger markets. Before I was trading cryptocurrency. I just, wow. Like, so I just want to tell you, it's going to take you a long time. If you stick with it, you're going to get, you know, hopefully, if you stick with it, you don't even have to be the best. You just have to keep going. You don't even have to be that great at it. You just have to keep going. And if you're willing to keep going, and again, you got to have a job, because at the beginning, like, I kept losing, but I kept putting my money in from my job, right? And that's depressing, because now you're losing your money that you're making. Now you're going backwards in life. But you're going forwards if in your mind you're learning. You're going forwards. You might be losing money monetarily, but you can always get money back. What you are doing is you're trading your time for education at that point, and something's changing in your brain. You realize that if you can find more education, then you can have a better job. You know, DEGEN's at its last level. It's either double bottoming and coming back to the top, or it's done. And honestly, do you think Base Chain, Coinbase, is going to give up on projects that are part of Base? I don't. So I see a 6X coming out of DEGEN. Again, when the last broke above the 200 MA there, I felt like that was going to be its bigger move. I still can't believe once it broke above the 200 and flagged out that it dumped the way it did. Every other coin was bumping, and the cycle kind of ended right there. I was swing trading this hard, and, you know, so I still hold the bag, and I'll see what happens, man. 671% gains back to the top, but won't make much because I'll have to wait for it to get, you know, but it is what it is. I need to hear that, lifer. Appreciate your heartfelt words. Yeah, you got to keep pushing. It's not good. You might be down after 2 years. You might be down after 3 years. Heck, you might be down after 4 years. My first 4 years of trading, I didn't make that much money. I wasn't that amazing. I didn't have, you know, I wasn't a winner. It took me a long time, my friends. A long, long time. And so I'm not trying to discourage you. Hopefully with my knowledge and joining I didn't have my trading group. There wasn't a crypto lifer online. It wasn't as easy, but it takes a lot of time. If anyone's telling you you're going to be a millionaire overnight, you're going to make all this fast money, just get away from them. My dad said, if anyone tells you it's easy, get away from them. That's the one thing my dad used to say to me all the time. The second they tell you it's easy, get away from that person. And I would meet people, and I'd be in New York City, and someone's like, yeah, that's easy. We'll get this done. And I'd hear my dad say, get away from them. And I'll be honest, that little lesson in life kept me away from so many scammers and scandalous people, because they want everything quick and easy, and they tell you what you want to hear. So you can think, oh, yeah. They'll use those buzzwords, easy, quick, fast, nice, done. Now, you want to hear hard, tough, a lot of time. You want to hear those words. Someone you really want to be around, you want them to say, it's not going to be easy, it's going to be hard. You say most people aren't going to make it, but you might. You know, 90% of people are going to fail, but you might be the one that doesn't. See? Like, that's the realness, all right? I got liquidated 2 days ago. I was left with $10, back to 40 cents. Trying to go back to 5K as I was with that initial $10 left. Wish me luck. Well, you can if you keep your mind right and you stay focused and you go for small gains. You can make that 5K back, but just don't try to make it all back at once. So let's continue. So look at Doge, man. Doge at a beautiful, you know, and bouncing off the 200 MA there, the 618 golden pocket. That's what you're looking for. And bouncing off the 200 MA on the daily time frame, which is like gold for 23 cents, Doge. Sam, you taught me the most in the shortest amount of time. God bless you, my friend. God bless you. Greed is all of our worst enemies. Yeah. We got to get you to 100,000 subs today. It would be awesome if you guys got me to 100,000 subs today. Anything is possible. I believe it's possible. Unlikely, but possible. Unlikely, but anything is possible. All right.
Hi everyone. Today
what is this?
Orchid Paradise.
Oh my gosh. And then I flashed my Coinbase account. Ah, man. No worries. Not a big deal. Always something though. I was watching that. I was trying to see like how expensive is real estate in Thailand. You know what I mean? Wow, you people did it. Look at this. Someone's about to do it right now for us right here and click it. And we're going to go to 90,000 subscribers right now. Man, you people made my day right now. Unbelievable. Can you do TA on Dasha, please? LP getting added soon. We'll take a look at that for sure. And shout out to everybody for 90,000 subscribers. Let's go. Yes. That's huge. Wow. I mean, that's just like every day I go, I'm on my way to 100K, man. This is insane. Thank you so much, everybody. This is huge. This is huge. This is so big. God bless you all. Thank you so much. But, man, it's just a number. It means nothing. We got to keep pushing. But, man, this number represents days of my life. All the hard, sweated tears, like never giving up, never stopping, no matter what. Staying positive, pushing through. You people are awesome. I love y'all. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep coming back every single day. This is just the best feeling in the world to achieve what you want, to achieve your dreams and go after what you desire, man. Thank you. And shout out to my whole team. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Jay, the editor. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Shout out to Crypto, Billy, Margaret, all the awesome people. Love learning. Everybody here. Master Friend. All you people, man. God bless you all. Everybody here on the live. And Bitcoin's still sideways, 99,400. I don't see much coming till we get this. And he comes out and says something and then we rip, right? What's supposed to happen? He's supposed to come out, say positive stuff for Bitcoin, and we're supposed to pump. And then we're supposed to take out this $102,000. That's what's supposed to happen. Will it happen? We never know, right? It never seems to happen exactly as planned, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. There's occasionally a time where it actually does. All right. Shout out to Lifer Adam in the game. Shout out to Lil Menace. You helped me look at the charts differently. Shout out to the chef. We're working in a new place in Thailand. We got married in Hua Hin. God bless you, bro. I lost everything on the last dip. Juan holding 2x Lev. Well done, sir. I got 8K subs last week. I was equally as happy. God bless you, man. I remember my 8K subs, man. Will you make it? Will you keep pushing? Will you let life get in your way on your way to 20K? See, there's many YouTubers that make it to 8,000. There's many people that never make it further, right? You got to stay committed to something in life to get somewhere. It's not going to happen overnight. It's just not. All right. I did it. I said I'll write 1,000 times. I said I wouldn't, but let's take a look at Dasha and see what's happening in the charts for Dasha. Alpha on Soul had a nice pump. Look at that. Nice 26% pump. Giving some of it back now. Let's take a look at my baby Colin. Colin up 18% today. And Colin talking about the lifer. I like that. And hey, we get ahead all the way to 0.5. Let's look at Leia AI. She's back at 10. All right. Back where she started at $10 million market cap. I got faith that she could continue to push. Calling the swarm. Leia kind of piggybacks off that idea. And then look at this one. I mean, I told you this one was hot. And I gave it to my trading group. And it was pumping when Bitcoin dumped. And now it's up 174% in just a couple days. And this is all will retire. I actually found it somewhere down here. It pumped, then it came down. When Bitcoin dumped, it went up. Told me it's probably worth jumping on in. And, again, I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like it's going to continue to the upside. I don't even hold any of this coin. I should. This thing looks so hot right now. All will retire. So again, if anything could continue to pump, all will retire looks good to me. I did look at it yesterday. I put it out to the trading group. It is up 158%. And it looks like there's more coming to a new all-time high for this coin. It defied gravity. When Bitcoin dumped, it was the only thing that actually pumped. It tells you that it's probably going to pump. Doesn't really seem to care what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin back at 99,190 now, struggling to stay alive. Let's look at Dasha. So this is that one we found that day, remember, VADER, and it had its own ecosystem. This is kind of like virtuals. Like, there's a lot going on behind the scenes with Dasha. I mean, it lost a major support, though, and it's in a falling wedge. I mean, the market will have to recover for this to recover. That's the thing. If Bitcoin dips, a lot of the coins that are down, they'll just go to zero. I know I'm ever here for them again. If Bitcoin can recover, some of these coins can actually have a life. It all depends on Bitcoin, though. Bitcoin has a lot to do with what happens to these coins. Yeah. I don't know, man. It looks okay. I guess you could bounce. To me, it's super sketchy. You just have to have faith in the actual project here. At this point, the TA is like a falling wedge could break to the upside. That's about all you got going for you. So everybody knows we're waiting on the crypto czar to speak today at 2 p.m. That's likely while the market's somewhat side. Does Lifer win the trade? 80% of the people said yes. I don't know if I'm in the trade anymore. If I'm in, how did I get rid of the trade? I must have traded this window into a futures from a futures window. So I bought some spot XCN today. That's something I did do. All right. Sketchy. We'll see what happens. I had a little bit more like the other day too, so it kind of DCA'd in there. I think I'm up like $100, just so you know, if I were to sell right now. And we open up the trade. Where is it? It's down $20. So maybe Lifer doesn't win this one. Sketchy business, tight moving average. It looks like we're just going to be going up and down here until we find out what, what this crypto czar wants to say. But, still sketchy. And at the end of the day, we're inside this Binance, the 1 hour. We're inside this symmetrical triangle. These mainly break down. So it's this right here. You see, we either break up or break down. You see what I'm saying? So. Okay, so we know we're in a symmetrical triangle that's going to go sideways in the 1 hour time frame. That's it. We know that if we break up, the measured move takes us to 103,196. We know if we break down, we get to 96,000. What is this green box? This is where we do not want the weekly, the 3-day, or the daily candle to close today. If we close inside this green box, it means that we've lost a key diagonal trend line and that we've kind of stopped giving a higher low too as well. And it kind of begins the beginning that we could lose 98.5 to 97.2. And then on our way, and then if we close in here, it means you lost 97.2. And if you lose 97.2, that's a very bearish sign. So just to kind of recap for yourself for Bitcoin today. And I see us just doing this until we find out what the crypto czar says. And we hope he says something amazing and we pop to the upside for a massive move. And that's what we're hoping. All right. But, okay. And tonight is Gary Cardone's party in St. Pete's. If you did go to Gary Cardone's party, in St. Pete. All right, let me take a look at that real quick. I don't know if because he might actually have like one. I don't know. You did have time to get in back, you know, when it first kind of came out. And look, Gary's live right now. It says doing something. Oh yeah, but they're gonna. Yeah, oh, they're probably doing their digital summit live right now. Yeah, look at that. My computer is like having a mind. But look, this is live right now at Gary's house. So cool. So there's a lot of people there hanging out in the Bitcoin space. Tonight's there's going to be a get-together at his house. If you go to cardano.me, I think there's a chance. There may be a chance. I don't know if you could still buy tickets to get in there. I don't know exactly how that worked. But he did put out links on his Twitter like a few weeks ago. And I'll be there tonight. There will be heavy security, armed guards and all that, so don't play games. But, you know, I'll be there with my wife hanging out. And, yeah, check it out. All you registered for the event, here's the view on the Saturday evening. Hope you all suffer through this. Yeah, exactly, right? So, we're going to have a beautiful night tonight. And to my staff and everybody, I will be off the charts just for probably from like 6 to 12, 6 hours, something like that. But I'll probably still pop in. I'll be looking at my phone somehow, or I'll bring an iPad. I never seem to get away all the way. But, yeah, so that's going to be a big night tonight. Garrett Cardone's house, hanging out. Bunch of people in the space. I don't know who's going to be there, but maybe some of you are going to be there. I don't know. All right, so we'll look at here for Bitcoin. And, yeah, so we broke down Bitcoin for you. Kind of know exactly what's going down. All right, and you can go from there. First drive line inside of the chain drive. Italian cars were Cardone. You're funny. Congratulations on 90,000. Thank you. Great analogy. It'll group of fellas might go down. That's my daily forecast. You're funny. I'm sure if it's a Bitcoin event, you'll be in the charts. You're funny. What's an example of something that he could say that is positive? I know, right? Okay. Did y'all own? Bearish channel on the 15-minute Bitcoin. Yeah, it doesn't look amazing. Yeah. I give it to you, yeah. It's somewhat bearish. And there's almost a shoulder ahead, a right shoulder. But I also see it I see it as this. Look, I see it as this ascending triangle that broke out. It just keeps faking out of it a few times, you know. But again, I do some really wacky stuff that most people don't. That gives me a bit of an edge because no one does it. If no one does it, you're going to see something no one else sees and be able to take advantage of the market in that way, right? Paul Wood, he says, yeah, and then they rips bad, exactly. Can you see the Trump going? No. What the heck? Sammy, you should engrave your silver play button with your dad's quote. Get away from people who say it's easy, right? Right. So many strange people. Imagine someone saying, like, even mentioning your daughter. So insane. Yeah. But man, here we are, 1150, sideways price action. These mainly dump. It looks like we're going to dump. I'm not in a huge trade. I'm hedged well. We'll see what happens, right? It doesn't mean that we're guaranteed to go anywhere, but we'll see. Usually when everyone thinks news is going to come out, we dump. So let's see what happens. Or we dump first, and then we might dump first. Then when the news comes out, we start to pump. You know what I mean? Might be one of those. If there was no news today at all, I would say we're dumping. Let me look. Shoulder, that's a head and shoulder pattern right there. You can see it. You can see it. That's a shoulder. That's a head. That's a right shoulder. In the last hour, we made the right shoulder. We could have done this. And those two candles in the last those two 15-minute candles could have went up and it would have changed the way we look at price action. You see, but because they went like this, now you got to say, well, that's a head and shoulder. That's likely going to go down like further to the downside. All right. So when I join the livers, I'll post my charts in Confluence to whatever the group is buying. Hey, you don't have to. You post whatever, Yeah. Can you take a look at AESOP? AESOP. I've never even heard of that. AESOP. Chart does look great. Got good liquidity, $8 million. But you know where we're going to go check out anti-rug. Now, we gave you anti-rug a long time ago. Simple concept, works great. People like it. You can't beat it, right? So you go back to Dex Screener. You contact, you get this address. You send it, you go to anti-rug. And you paste in that contract address, right? Try another. And boom. And this will tell you if it's got a safety score. Safety score is 50%. It's not amazing. Top 10 holders own 22% of the whole coin. The wallet count is only 4,000. The project's just 5 days old. The highest holder owns 4%. The top individual holder is under 5%. So it's got some people in the inside, right? It is on a beautiful uptrend. It came back to support and resistance. And, it's making that ascending triangle that I've seen like 90% of the coins that make the ascending break out. Even though in regulars, like, the memes just, they love this pattern. This pattern tends to break out. This thing's very small, $8 million market cap. And it was launched by an AI, it says. No website, no Twitter. I don't know, man. It's sketchy. AESOP. Dude, look at VADER AI bouncing back 60% from the low there at the 8. I mean, it doesn't get any lower than that. Like, it's the 886 retracement. Like, I don't see how you can dump anymore. I love Buzz, too. This thing is hot. Like, this project is great. I don't see how this project doesn't continue to move. When I researched the project, it's like multiple DeFi chains connected in one to give you a DeFi edge across multiple DeFi agents in a module of networks. I mean, that thing is hot. How could that not be great? So I stick with that fundamental. It doesn't matter. A lot of things, price could change, but the fundamentals don't. When the fundamentals don't change, it is what it is. It's like, come on now, right? One thing I asked you guys, I got an $11,000 outdoor kitchen. It came with a refrigerator. The refrigerator doesn't have a light when you open it up. Isn't that ridiculous? Like, how could you charge me that much money and not put a light in the refrigerator? Am I just nitpicking here? Or would you be pissed? You know what I mean? I just want to know, They review the crypto analysis full framework coming in 180 days. Includes stablecoin oversight and possibly a crypto stockpile. Today's update, get a sneak peek and send the market pumping. You never know. You never know. All right. Someone says you're getting rugged. He says refrigerator or refrigerator? A refrigerator. You're funny. A refrigerator. He calls it a fridge. You can get little fridge lights. Right? My boss fridge cost him $30K and still had to call them twice. I'd send the fridge back. I know, right? I once ordered a light and it didn't come with a refrigerator. What is that all about? I need a fridge light, put on that fridge. Anyway, I don't understand, man. It's crazy. Wow, now we're back to 99. We haven't been this low the entire stream, and we're about to lose this trend line and get beat to the ground here. Again, not huge risk on the trade. And if we start to lose the trend line, you can always cut it off at $40. If it bounces back inside, we can get back in the trade here. You don't have to ride this down if it's going to come down. I do that all the time. I'm like, all right, fine, stop me out earlier. And if they wick me, sometimes it's just a wick, and they get back inside the pattern, and you're down 50. It's okay. As long as you know how to do this, you can get chewed up by multiple cuts if you don't know what you're doing. But if you're willing to handle it, I mean, that looks ugly to me. It's a double top. This should have stayed inside and gotten tight. I'll use this wick as protection here, and we'll see where we go. Likely that I get stopped out, or even just, and again, be careful. Now we're kind of trading Fed day in a way. And when I opened up the trade, I kind of forgot we had that 2 p.m. meeting at split second of opening the trade, you see. My supermarket is giving away refrigerators when you get a dozen, it's so crazy, man. Yeah, my fridge light just went out on Sunday. Ordering a light on Amazon, it just looks not having a light. 100%. Exactly. I try to treat everybody as if there's someone you want to see again. Exactly. People treat you like a number these days at these companies. That's why my business does great, because we don't treat people like that. You know what I mean? I always say someone, I say, I'm the CEO of my own company, and I say, I would never treat someone the way you're treating me right now. I say it on the phone all the time. I said, you guys need to learn about customer service, because this is not how you treat the customer. Right? Are you serious? They take the bulb out so it doesn't come on during the... I used to... Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not gung-ho on altcoins right now. I want to see what Bitcoin does at this meeting. And then after 2 o'clock, we'll kind of reassess the situation. But don't push it. Don't overtrade. I don't want to see a bunch of lifers rocked and wrecked today because they just decided to go so hard. You know what I mean? The time will come. The right trades will come at the right time. Don't force it. All right? Don't force it. You do have to have the stones, and it has to all come to, but don't force it, right? Wow, Steve-O's in a hateful spot. Steve, we love you, man. Just live in love, man. You're going to be all right. Life's going to be okay, man. Wow. Right? Some guy on Discord discovered... I don't even know, man. I don't listen to any of those. Those people are strange, man. Yeah. Stay away from all those people. Stay away from anyone that talks about anyone else, man. Just, we focus on the charts. We focus on positive energy and love, man. Yeah. We keep pushing every single day. God bless you all, man. They would dream to have the community we have. You know what I'm saying? Our frequency is so high, man. Like, yeah. Exactly. My mom always said, what they say about you is none of your business. He says, I'm Jewish and I never screw the light bulb on. So you're funny, man. I just use LED, right? Yeah. Pretty sure he's got more important things to do. Yeah. Tom and Steve-O should... I know, right? You're funny. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I might come back here at 2 p.m. for what he says. I'm going to go grab some lunch, though. Give my eyes a break. I've been in the charts since 7 a.m. But it was an awesome stream. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for $100 in chat revenue. 90,000 subscribers. I mean, it's a big day today. I got my big boy pants on, right? I'm walking large, tall and large. I walk tall and large every day, but today I'm walking extra tall. Each and every one of you have given me something that no one could ever take away. Years and years of pain, years and years of discipline and hard work have produced a life worth living. And I just want to say thank you to everybody here on the live. So that looks like a head and shoulder that's going to dump down to the 200 MA on that 15-minute time frame. But you never know. Price action has been very fickle here as we wait for the crypto czar to speak about crypto at 2 p.m. All right. Thank you, Sammy. Hope to see you at 2 p.m. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, and I'll catch you on the next live. Stay safe, stay amazing. Keep pushing every single day and believe in yourselves. Talk to yourself as you would talk to your family and friends. I see people that are super nice to everyone around them, but they're not that nice to guess what? They're not that nice to themselves. Don't be negative self-talking down to yourself. Don't say negative things to yourself. You don't deserve it. Be good to yourself. Love yourself. All right? It's not conceited to be good to yourself. All right? It's okay to be good to yourself. If you can't love yourself, you will not be good at loving other people. And if you can't love other people, you won't become a true success in life. It just won't happen. Without true love for everybody around you and wanting to push everyone up, that's how you reap what you sow. If you want everyone to do well, if you push everyone around you to the upside, then you will be pushed to the upside. That's just the facts of life. Okay? And remember, one last thing I want to say that I listen to Jim Rohn every day, and he says a lot. He says, Motivation does not follow action. Action doesn't always follow motivation. I'm not always motivated to do the right thing. Like this morning, I woke up, I worked out. I'm not always motivated to work out. I know if I work out, I'm going to look better on stream. My face is going to be more chiseled. My muscles are going to be stronger, right? I'm going to look more, people are going to look at me as a more confident person when I walk in the room. So I work out. I do what I have to do. I don't do what I want to do. Okay? And once I start working out, then I start getting motivated. But the action, so what Jim Rohn tells you is you got to just take action. You may not be motivated at first. Don't wait for motivation. If you wait for motivation, you may never do it. You got to just keep, and that's why discipline is so important, because some days you're not going to be motivated. You're not going to feel good. You're not going to want to, but you got to do it anyway. Look at how many days did I stream? Yeah, I'm sure 90% of those days I wanted to stream, but there was definitely days I had a headache. There was definitely days I didn't sleep good that night before. There's definitely days I probably lost a trade, had to show everyone my losses. There was definitely days I called along and it went down the wrong way and I had to come back and, hey, everybody, there was many streams that I showed up to that were just like, oh gosh, I can't believe I got to show up right now. I did it anyway. It didn't matter. I pushed through. You can do it too. No excuses. My mom died. I kept pushing. My dad died. I kept pushing. I had 2 kids on this while I ran this stream. I love you all. God bless each and every one of you. You can, you will. You are the best. You know what the secret to success is, right? You know what the secret to success is? I have the secret to success. The number 1 secret to success. I know what it is. You know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's getting started.